एग्रीकल्चर के रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है, ये ऑलवेज राइट अशोक दलवाई कमेटी एंड सबसे बेस्ट इफ यू वांट द बेस्ट कंटेंट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एग्रीकल्चर जस्ट पिक अप नीति आयोग इंडिया at 75 read their 2 chapters on the agriculture, then you add the one case study which is the good case study with respect to the recent land reforms. It is the Bhumi project of Karnataka. Okay, so it has digitized 20 million land records. So data is 1.08 hectare. Definition is the land reforms refer to systemic alteration of laws governing land ownership, distribution, then to achieve social and economic justice. Third, history, freedom struggle. So what were the factors responsible for successful implementation of land reforms in some parts of the country? Elaborate. What will be the introduction of this? Okay, so what will be the introduction? Yes, what are land? No, the question is not on what are land reforms. The question is on the disparity with respect to the success of land reform. Original disparity with respect to the success of land reform. It was successful only in the areas of the West Bengal, Kerala. ठीक है. What historical? Okay, you can start with data, yes. So you can start with data. One way of starting is by data. So political reason, will is one of the reason. So data is the average landholding at present in India is 1.05. 8. What is the source of the data? Yes. As per Ministry of Statistics, the average landholding in India at present is 1.08 hectare, which highlights the unfinished agenda of the land reforms. First, what else? 70-30. Okay. So you can start with the definition also. Or you can start with the history also. Land reform was one of the important pillar of Indian freedom struggle. Okay. Yes, First Amendment Act also. Okay. Yes, that also you can mention. So data is 1.08 hectare. Definition is the land reforms refer to systemic alteration of laws governing land ownership, distribution, ownership and distribution, then to achieve social and economic justice. And third, history, freedom struggle. You can use any one of the way, but as the demand of the question is with respect to the partial success, that means the core theme of the question is issues with respect to land reform. So you have to address that part by mentioning, however, it for all the three, the next sentence, however, it has remained an unfinished agenda. ठीक है. So out of these three, you can use any one of the way. What else? Then you add one more factors responsible success of land reforms. in some parts. Okay. So you can give the heading in that line. Then you first write one small paragraph. Okay. कि land reforms were successful majorly in West Bengal, Kerala, okay, because of yes. What will be the framework that you will be applying? Yes, the framework staple. What will be the structural issues and what will be the technology? Again, in PESTEL also you have the you will have the PIES framework. Okay. So with respect to the PIES, remember this: political will. Example: left government in second, with respect to the political, ideological commitment. Example, yes. Third, so this is with respect to political. Okay. What about institutional? Hmm? Hmm. What are the different stakeholders in institution? I am saying what are the stakeholders in the institutional aspect? Who are the stakeholders? Uh, institution, I am asking, guys. Ah, so government, legislature, executive, judiciary, and your administration. So administrative efficiency. Okay. Example, you give the successful example of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Implementation of big landed estate abolition act in Jammu and Kashmir. Zamindar, peasant, government, NGOs, landless labor. See, the stakeholders with respect to the institution, I am asking. So those will be the organizations. Okay. Then next, what is the next institution? Judiciary. So judicial support. Yes, what is the example? So judiciary supporting the Bargadars in West Bengal. Providing support to protection to Bargadars in West Bengal. Or you can also add the point with respect to judicial validation to 9th Schedule Act. First Amendment. Okay. Then what else? With respect to what else? Legal aspect you can bring. Clear and unambiguous acts. By legislature. Okay. So you provide the comparative points the limited loopholes in the land ceiling acts in the West Bengal and Kerala compared to the northern states, right? Limited loopholes. What else? Which is the closest institution to the land? Panchayat. And which are the states where panchayats are most empowered? Right? Which is the one single state, if you have to name, where panchayats are most advanced or have most powers? Kerala. It's Kerala. Okay? So, decentralized governance, right? In role of PRI is in Kerala. What else? So we are remaining with social aspect. What about the social aspect? Bhudan movement. What else? Yes. What other type of the social movements are there? The Tibhaga movement. That also you can mention, no? That's it. So success of land reforms in some parts. You have given the reason. Okay. So in such questions, where they ask you the regional variation or reasons for regional variation, if you don't have the examples, provide the elaboration in comparative terms. Okay, for example, when you give the point ki unambiguous laws, a simple elaboration you can give the clear land ceiling laws in West Bengal compared to West Bengal and Kerala compared to the northern states. Okay? That way. Then what else? What can you write the next part? The 30 part where we highlight issues. Yes, Andhra public campaigns also you can mention, yes. Then you highlight the issues. And for issues, again you follow the staple. Okay? So the biggest issue with respect to the land reforms is first political will, lack of, or with respect to political, rather than that you write the constitutional. Land is this led to lack of uniformity. That will come into the political aspect. Okay? So then second, this is the core structural issue. Technological इसमें कुछ नहीं आएगा. Administrative, it will be the corruption. Example, loopholes in land ceiling act by misused by bureaucrats and the big landholders. Okay? Example, the personal cultivation misused by landlords and bureaucrats. Okay? Then what is next? So the simple formula for greed of yes. Okay, we need one more just. Yes, lack of land records. As majority of the tenants were based upon oral agreements rather than the written agreements. With respect to land reform, we had asked the question on the implementation of the land ceiling acts. Okay? And then you provide the way forward. What is the way forward? Yes. Again committee. एग्रीकल्चर के रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन है, ये ऑलवेज राइट अशोक दलवाई कमेटी. ठीक है. एंड सबसे बेस्ट इफ यू वांट द बेस्ट कंटेंट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एग्रीकल्चर, जस्ट पिक अप नीति आयोग इंडिया एट 75, रीड देयर 2 chapters on the agriculture. You won't need anything else. ठीक है, just those 2. So Ashok Dalwai committee, it has called for national land use policy. ठीक है. Second, there is one keyword. ठीक है, presumptive land titling. ठीक है, this can reduce land disputes. Third, digitization of land records. Then land reforms 2.0. Yes. Then you add the one case study, which is the good case study with respect to the recent land reforms. It is the Bhumi project of Karnataka. Okay, so it has digitized 20 million land records. That also you can write if you have the data. Okay? Is it clear? And then you conclude. Thus, for the success of, or for realization of inclusive growth, the need of an hour is land reform 2.0. That is the one way. Or second way is you mention the government schemes. So the effective implementation of land record modernization scheme and Swamitwa scheme is essential for inclusive growth.